Well, the humidity still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Come on, come on. Bring it.
Throw left side complete. That's Woods. Now he's loose at the 40. Robert Woods. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Well, this defense for the Texans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's great seeing that type of run from Etienne. And look, I know we couldn't consider him for Rookie of the Year last year, but it really was his rookie season since an injury cost him all of 2021. And he looked like a Rookie of the Year, 9th in the NFL with over 1,100 yards for a surging Jaguars offense.
So first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. And they'll go again with Etienne. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Jaguars at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, Etienne. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 37. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll run with Etienne. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll go right back to Pierce. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll be out of bounds yards after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, 58 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
This is 2nd and 8. And they'll run it here. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Texans 14, Jaguars 7.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. A give running right, Etienne. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 60 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Nice play by Jerry Hughes to drop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Another tote for Etienne. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Jags' new kicker for 2023, Brandon McManus, on for the field goal.
52-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks have told us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tries barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9.
Panther Street! Panther Street!
Quick throw to Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Collins had a chance to seize a starting role in the weak Texans offense last year, but only managed to play in 10 games. Has to show some more playmaking ability this year, facing increased competition for targets.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Now it's 2nd and 10. That's complete. It's Collins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Third and 3. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty
they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come up second and 7.
Here we go,
Etienne once more. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And Lawrence going to get his guys to go quickly. Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. Now he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On play action, Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
11.
From the 17, here's second and 4.
11. 30 left.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
On second down, ETN once more. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. That is caught into space at the 45. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 43 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Straight ahead, ETN. Fighting his way through contact. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll run with ETN. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows into the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
let's go.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try to run with ETN, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by McManus is good, and they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Another carry for Pierce. A strong running. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ready?
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Okay,
2nd and 7.
Hurt.
A throw out wide to Woods, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll complete this one to Collins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This one left side, caught by Collins. Nico Collins, 29 yards. And the Texans have taken a fourth quarter lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead.
Texans 21, Jaguars 16. Kaimi Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey, go, go.
2nd down and a yard. And they'll go again with Etienne. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Hey, kill.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. On the counter, ETN. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. They'll run with ETN. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now a toss going left. Comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Roll! Go street! Alert! Alert! Go check! Go check!
Flushed out right. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Hold it ready.
Here's first down. They'll get this complete to Collins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Final minute, one timeout remaining. First and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down, 8 yards to go. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready, ready.
No timeouts remaining. Cannot take a sack here. First and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
At the 27-yard line.
So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Red on red.
Here's first and 10.
Hey, I'm gun. Hey, kill. 13, Lou.
Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here comes second down.
Think right.
Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's got a first down here as he stops the clock with just 16 ticks remaining. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. First and 10.
Let's go. Go. 11, Agate.
Throwing now, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's out of bounds with a first down with 11 seconds remaining.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ready.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Lawrence. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
11. Silver.
He's back to throw. Quick slant caught by Kirk. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from long, very long range. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so